Hi guys, we are back with another K-Tech video. Thank you for all the likes, for sharing my videos and subscribing to my channel. I really appreciate it, so let's not waste any more time. Let's get this video rolling. This is my top 5 smartphones for PUBG Mobile under 1000 ringgit. They are not ranked in any order, so just enjoy the video. First off, we have Xiaomi Redmi Note 9S. The screen is 6.67 inches IPS LCD Full HD display. It runs Android 10 with MIUI 12. Snapdragon 720G 8nm architecture processor with Adreno 618 GPU. It comes with 6GB RAM and 128GB UFS 2.1 storage and a microSD slot. On the rear camera, it houses a 48MP main camera, 8MP ultra-wide, 5MP nobody asked for macro and 2MP depth sensor. You can record video up to 4K at 30 frame rate per second. In front, we have 16MP punch hole selfie camera that can record 1080p video at 120 frame rate per second. There's a single speaker at the bottom and a 3.5mm headphone jack. It uses USB Type-C connector for charging. The fingerprint scanner is located on the side of the phone. The battery is 5020 mAh with 18W fast charging capability. You can buy it from Shopee at 865 ringgit. Next on the list is its bigger brother, the Xiaomi Redmi Note 9 Pro. It is almost identical, that it makes this video shorter because it has almost the same specs as Note 9S. What's different about this phone is the main camera, which is a 64MP wide sensor, same processor, same memory, same selfie camera, and the same battery size. One other difference is that it has a 30W fast charging instead of 18W. These devices' performance is identical and you only need to top up another 30 ringgit. So it's up to you to decide. Third, we have Realme 6, a smaller 6.5 inches IPS LCD Full HD display. What's great about the display is that it has a 90Hz refresh rate. It runs Android 10 with Realme UI, a MediaTek Helio G90T 12nm architecture processor with Mali G76 GPU. It comes with 8GB RAM and 128GB UFS 2.1 storage. Micro SD slot is also available. The rear camera receives a 64MP treatment on the main camera like the Note 9 Pro. 8MP ultra-wide, 2MP macro and 2MP depth sensor. You can record video up to 4K at 30 frame rate per second. In front, it has 16MP punch hole selfie camera with recording capability of 1080p at 30 frame rate per second. A single bottom firing speaker at the bottom and a headphone jack. You can use your Type-C cable at home because it uses Type-C for charging and data transfer. A side-mounted fingerprint scanner, 4300 mAh battery packed inside with 30W fast charging. You can purchase this for 980 ringgit. Fourth, the best phone in this list is none other than the Xiaomi Poco X3 NFC. Like the Note 9S and 9 Pro, it comes with a 6.67 inches IPS LCD Full HD 120Hz refresh rate display. Not to mention the display also supports HDR10 content. Android 10 out of the box with MIUI 12, Snapdragon 732G 8nm processor with Adreno 618 GPU. This is the only 732G phone in the market right now. The phone has two storage variants, which is 64GB and 128GB UFS 2.1 storage with 6GB RAM. Watch out for monthly offer as you can get the 128GB variant under 1000 ringgit too. If not, 64GB would be your only option. It is fitted with a 64MP wide on the main camera, 13MP ultra wide, 2MP macro and 2MP depth sensor. It can shoot video up to 4K at 30 frame rate per second. A single 20MP punch hole selfie camera that can record 1080p at 30 frame rate per second is in front. What's good about this phone is that it comes with a stereo speakers and a headphone jack. You can't get better deal than this. Just be sure to check out offers from the Poco Facebook page. USB Type-C for charging and data transfer, and for security, a side-mounted fingerprint scanner. 5160 mAh lithium polymer battery with 33W fast charging. This is the only phone in this list that costs 1038 ringgit, so you really need to consider whether the 40 ringgit is worth the jump from 885 ringgit for the 64GB variant. As I said earlier, wait for offer like 1111, that's just around the corner. And finally, a phone that's a hit or miss, the Huawei Nova 7i. Let me stop you there. This phone does not come with Google services like YouTube and Chrome. There is, however, a way for you to install Google services, but I won't discuss about that in this video. So the Nova 7i comes with a 6.4 inches IPS LCD Full HD display, Android 10 with EMUI 10. Yes, they are still using Android OS thanks to a deal made with the US government. Let's hope US-China trade wars ends after Trump is out of the White House. That would be the happiest day for all consumers around the world. Let's continue. Nova 7i comes with Kirin 810 7nm architecture processor and Mali G52 GPU. In terms of performance, yes, it is better than the Realme 6. There is only one storage variant, which is 8GB RAM and 128GB UFS 2.1 storage. It has nano memory card slot, so your micro SD card would not fit into the slot. You need to purchase an NM card. The main camera is a 48 megapixel wide sensor, 8 megapixel ultra wide, 2 megapixel macro and 2 megapixel depth. Recording can be done up to 1080p at 30 frame rate per second. Punch hole selfie camera on this device is equipped with a 16 megapixel wide sensor, which can record a 1080p video at 30 frame rate per second. A single speaker and a headphone jack can be found at the bottom of this device. You can charge using USB Type-C, and it comes with a side-mounted fingerprint scanner. Battery-wise, Nova 7i comes with a 4200 mAh battery and a 40W fast charging. Huawei Nova 7i costs 839 ringgit on Shopee, so it's up to you if you want to buy this device or not. So that wraps up our list for today. If you like to buy these devices, always check them during double-digit sales like 11/11 or 12/12, Black Friday or Boxing Day. I will provide the links to all the phones today in the description, so be sure to check them out. That's it guys, happy shopping, happy PUBGing, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Until next time, have a nice day.